Hello everybody, Dr. Menno here. I want to go over this little aspect. I kind of did a related video with David Icke about the outrageous bills and the kickbacks. Yes, the hospitals are getting kickbacks. But let's go over some of these costs of a medical treatment, hospital visit. And you have to consider the source. This is Yahoo Money, and you'll see the point that I'm going to get at here. So they're saying here hospital could top $20,000 when factoring in out-of-pocket costs and insurance coverage. I'll put all these links in there. Once again, who suffered major complications. The cost was $20,292. So on and so forth. Okay, they're taking this lady's example here. Go down a little more. You can, like I said, read all this stuff. I'll put it in the show notes, all these links. So here's this Danny. An uninsured woman treated for coronavirus in a Boston area hospital was slammed with a $34,927.43 hospital bill between treatment and testing. Okay, so let's keep that figure in mind. Now, what got me interested in these stories was that I saw in the news report on RT that these hospital bills are running from anywhere from 34 to $75,000. Okay, now the hospitals are crooked. Here we go, right here. Total cost of her COVID-19 treatment, $34,927.43. So they're talking about this same lady. Now this is time. Now you know these are not two good sources, obviously. Okay, you guys understand that these aren't the greatest sources to quote here, but I'm going to show you an example here. So we go down. This is a story about the same lady. So they're talking about it here. Okay, oh wow, that's not too bad, huh? Right here, new analysis from Kaiser Family Foundation estimates that the average cost of COVID-19 treatment for someone with employer insurance without complications would be about $9,763. Someone who treatment was complications may see bills about double that to $20,000. These researchers came up with these numbers by examining average costs of hospital admissions for people with pneumonia. Okay, we're not talking about pneumonia, but a very similar type of virus here. Now, what you have to understand, and a little point I made in my hospital kickback with David Icke, is that when you go into the hospital, you know, you got a big form, there's subsequent pages on there, and this contract, these are contracts now. These are contracts that there's a clause in there saying that if you can't pay your bill, that your house is up for collateral to pay off your bill. And people don't understand this most of the time. Okay, they don't understand it. And it's written in light gray scale on pink or goldenrod or fuchsia color type paper, where it is intentionally designed for you not to read the whole contract. So somewhere in there is going to be a clause allowing the hospitals to go after your property. Now, this is the second housing bubble. Remember how the banks were doing it with fraudulent loans, bullshit loans, toxic loans? Now the hospitals are in on the act, taking people's properties, taking their houses. Well, you know, most of them aren't worth anything because they're all mortgaged up. Okay, let's go to this one here. All right. Now, this is Health System Tracker. I would kind of believe this one more than the other two with Time and Yahoo because, you know, they're kind of part of the mainstream media bullshit. So like I said, I'll put all these links in there. We'll just scroll down here a little bit. Total cost of admissions of pneumonia. Okay, inpatient COVID-19 treatment could top $20,000, but they're just comparing it with pneumonia because this is pretty similar to the other sources here. Hospital stay longer when ventilator support is required. Yeah, we know that. And David Icke brought out they wet people on ventilators because the hospital gets a kickback of $39,000. Okay? Hospital stays are more expensive when ventilator support is required. So they're putting people on ventilators. Now we're getting up to the figure that I was talking about, $88,114, up there in that $70,000 and $80,000 figure. Now, like I said before, when you come out of your coma or you've been drugged and you realize, hey, where's my house? Well, it's gone. It was signed over to the hospitals. Okay, out-of-pocket cause for pneumonia emissions, because that's all they can compare it with. But anyway, this is the idea that I wanted to bring to you here. All these reports will be in the show notes. And these hospitals are scam artists. They're crooks. They're part of the horrible, corrupt global system. And the main people that are profiting from all this bullshit are your government with the police state, your government with the surveillance state, the pharmacies, the hospitals, and ultimately these damn bankers, because they're passing out loans everywhere. You know, look, the United States got another $6 trillion in debt, and all these other countries are all going to be crying the blues, and the World Health, the International Monetary Fund, the central banks are going to be passing out money like crazy, all in an effort to eventually repossess and take over your whole livelihood. Okay, I'm Dr. Min. I just want to bring this to everybody's attention. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Don't let these hospitals take your property away from you, your house away from you. Pura Vida from Costa Rica.